All right, we're back in Skyrim yet again. Um, do I have, oh my goodness, I have so much going on here. That's, okay, we have installed a bunch of bug fixes. We've installed, we're still going through some of these guides. So let's see where we're at. All right, we did update Skyrim, details, mods, how to install, transform Skyrim's graphics. We haven't done this one, I don't think. Let's take a look.
We're going to be installing the following mods: Static Mesh Improvement
I've
mod,
already installed this
Quality
one.
add-on,
Okay.
a little bit of an upgrade for our Static Mesh Improvement mod, fixing a few of the extra details. Eeks Mountain Flowers SSE, a mod that has been around for quite some time and still works to this day. A nice addition for our detailed landscapes. In the Files section, the higher the resolution, the more demand on the PC. Eeks Renthal Flora Collection.
Okay, so let's take a look and make sure that we have. So one thing, he's given the IDs here, which is really cool. So if you go here and you just type in the ID, okay, and what we're going to look at, we know that I've already got this installed, so I think we're good. And then let's go back to the video. I need to figure out a better way to do this. Let's put this here, and let's put this one here, and we're going to put this guy here. All right. And fixes modified. I don't know if I have this one, so I want to make sure that I've got this one. Continuing our modding Skyrim here. Yeah, I have not installed this one. So this is a new one. Tweak Tom any file for use as let's go back and take a look at this.
In the Files section, we're going to download version 1 and Eek for our Static Mesh Improvement. Eeks, we're going to be installing Static Mesh Improvement mod, a mod that has been around for quite some time and still works to this day. A nice addition for our detailed landscapes. In the Files section, the higher the resolution, the more demand on the PC. Eeks Renthal Flora Collection. Following mods: Static Mesh Improvement mod, Quality add-on, a little bit of an upgrade for our Static Mesh Improvement mod, fixing a few of the extra details. Eeks Mountain Flowers SSE.
Okay, so he does install this one, which I'm not sure what this is. Let's read the description. This is a modified version of the TMF file that comes with the SC engine fixes. This modified version that comes with blah. These tweaks are pre-configured as you can use. Enable save to save. Save screenshots equals false. Okay, I like that. Saved add sound categories was reset to false. Saved added sound categories. I know the small mod may help someone, and enable achievements with mods. False. That's interesting. I'm actually not sure that I'm going to. Oh, is there more? Here are my Tom file. Oh, that's his Tom file. Yeah, I'm not going to install this one. I don't think we need this.
A mod that has been around for quite some time and still works to this day. A nice addition for our detailed landscapes. In the File section, the higher the resolution, the more demand on the PC.
Brass overhaul.
Eeks Renthal Flora Collection. In the Files section, we're going to download version 1 and not version 1.2.
Okay.
Version 1.2 will cause problems with the latest SKYRIM update, so make sure you download version 1.
Okay.
Vaidosbrum regions.
Before we do this, because we did ENB right here, we didn't do remove. Here's how to uninstall ENB. So that's later down the road. We did this video already, so we added that. Now we're doing this one. Okay. So I think we're okay.
An overhaul of the SKYRIM grass. Rustic Clutter Collection.
I've seen this
a
one before.
well-known mod added to the items scattered across SKYRIM.
Yeah, I've seen this one before.
Download the texture in the quality you desire.
Okay.
High Poly Project. This will increase the quality of the textures in the game.
Oh.
Now head on over to MO2. Visit the Downloads tab. Once these are downloaded, we can begin installing. Now your window may look a little different to mine here, because I have uninstalled the mods to reinstall them for the purpose of this video.
So he did the quality out at 1.5. Let me take a look at mine, because I've already got it installed. Let's see. At least I believe I have it installed. Maybe I don't. Yeah, right here. And I'm on version 2.08. Static Mesh Improvement 2.08. And Static Mesh Improvement doesn't show here, but we can find SM. I've already done that. Oh, look at these audio overhaul files. I actually installed this one already and this one. I don't think I installed, I didn't install the voiced ones. I installed the main one, which is this one, I think. Interesting. He's actually going to be, I kind of went ahead and did some of these on my own, which I probably shouldn't have done, to be honest. I should know that he was going to do them. So if you go into my audio section, you'll see that I've already installed, where's audio? Here. I've already installed the sound recorder, the ambient bird sounds, the bard sounds, and I thought I installed more, but it looks like I didn't. Or wait, let's go back. The unofficial high definition audio project, which this guy told me to put it after the expansion, so unofficial high quality, which he does not have here. He's got some different ones. So I may end up removing the ones that I installed. I kind of went off track a little bit, or went off script. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I did install a lightning system, which I actually really like. This Storm Lightning for SSD, and then I installed the Thunder Sounds and the near Storm Lightning, FISX. I think that was the patch. Let me check this one. Boy, it's open. Is it on Nexus? Wasn't this one? There was actually a fix for this as well that I had to install. And I don't see it, which kind of is freaking me out. Here it is. This is patch for SKYRIM. I mean, that really... Oh, this patch is for this one. So this patch is for this, Fisses. This is Fisses, and this is the Fisses patch. This is the Storm Lightning. Here's the Sounds, and here's Near Storm, which uses Fiss. Okay, so that's good. Those are in the correct order. But I did this outside of this kind of video, this compilation, complete modding guide. So he may go in and do his own, and I may end up having to maybe do some changes. We'll see.
Let's start with Eek's Mountain Flowers.
Now, so he did this modified Tommel. I don't really know if I need that one, but we can go down here, and I think we can just take these by the IDs. We don't need this one. We've already got this one, I believe. Here's that one. Just go here. Search for, I don't know, SKSC or something. Just any mod. I just want to get the mod up here with an ID so we can replace it. Okay. We'll go ahead and download this one here. He didn't talk about this in his video though. Let's go back to here. This is a modified version of the TOM file that comes with the SSC engine fixes, which I'm pretty sure we already have. This is this one, and then this is that. This is version 5. This is the one we have. So SSE engine fix. Oh, we also have to have part 2. SSE fixes 6.2, which is going to be up here. This one, 6.2. And then we also have the patch for that one as well installed. But that was a manual process. Okay, so we have the correct engine fix. And then here's the modified TOM file. 6.2, which I think we just said that's what we have. 6.2, yeah. All right, I guess we can download it. I don't know. Download that. Let's grab this guy. SKYRIM Grass overhaul. So let's see. Optional files. This requires, doesn't require anything. Okay, we're going to grab that. I'm going to grab the grass. We just need to grab the right version. Actually, no, I think this is the one he said we didn't want to install version 2.
Version 1.2 will cause problems with the latest SKYRIM update, so make sure you download version 1.
Floor collection. This one. Okay, get that. Now we're going to grab the flowers. Flowers. Okay, and there's a lot of files here. And I think he just talks about you just download the one based on what quality you want, right?
An overhaul of the SKYRIM grass.
Wait a second.
SKYRIM grass. An overhaul of the SKYRIM.
He's kind of doing these out of order, because that is not in the order that I think he did this one, and then he did this one. So these aren't in the right order, so it's okay. Just want to make sure we've already got that one, plus the floor collection. What we don't have is the flowers, which is this one.
An overhaul of the SKYRIM grass.
Okay, we know that. Get some flowers.
Clutter collection.
Or did I miss the
So
flowers?
make sure you download version 1. 2 will cause problems with the not version 1. In the files section, we're going to download version 1 and not version 1.2. Version with the latest, so make sure you Vedosbrum Regions SE, a mod that has been around for quite some time and still works to this day.
This is, yes, he's doing them out of order, which kind of sucks, but
A nice addition for our detailed landscapes. In the file section, the higher the resolution, the more demand on the PC. EECS Renthal Flora Collection. In the files section, we're going to download.
I think we're going to grab the 2K 3D, so we'll just grab this one, which I think is the one he grabbed. All right, so we got that. We got this one. We got that one. Now, we didn't get the Rustic Clutter Collection, which I think is probably... Rustic Clutter. Yeah, see, these aren't... The only complaint I've had on his videos so far is that he hasn't put these in the right order at the bottom of his video. Would have been better to put them in the right order. Okay, and there's different versions. And again, it's just what version you want. Special edition, 2K. 2K textures, 2K are, oh, so these are all in the main files, because these are textures for all the textures. This is Dinnerware Silver Potter, 2K, and then textures in 1K for all other textures. So I think we just need this one, the second and the third one, I think. We'll see. Then, yep, the unofficial high definition project I already got. And this one, high poly, we don't have. High poly project. Let's go back to that.
A well-known mod
I want to see what here's the high poly.
project.
Which version is he going to get?
This will increase the quality of the textures in the game. Now head on over to MO2. Visit the Downloads tab. Once these have downloaded, we can begin installing. Now your window may look a little different to mine here, because I have uninstalled the mods to reinstall them for the purpose of this video. Let's start with Eeks Mountain Flowers. Double click to install.
Yeah, so I don't know which one. You can down. If I think we're just going to change log, there's options. Let's just download this one. This is optional. 4K. The green apple texture is compatible. Let's do that. Let's go here. All right, so we're gonna. He's gonna install the Eeks Mountain Flowers first. So let's do that. Eeks Mountain Flowers. Mine looks different though. 2K Mountain Flowers. What was his? Oh, no, he's got the same one, 2K Mountain Flowers. That's another thing that I don't like about, a little bit that I don't like about this, the way they do these is like, the name of the mod, the file here is different than when you double click it, which I understand why, because this is the name it's gonna appear here. What I would like to have done if I was the person who created this add-on, I would have put the version number on the name, so it would have said Eeks Mountain Flowers SSE, and then it would have said the version. So if you go back into whatever the version is, like here's the version like 5.3, right? For this particular file, I would have put that in there, so it would have been in the file name, and it would have been here on this, and that way when you're looking left to right, if you happen to have multiple versions in your list, you know which one that you actually have installed. Of course, you can always right-click on any of these and go to Visit on Nexus, and it'll take you right to the page where you got it from. And I think there might even be like an information one as well. Let's see. There might even be like information here, and it'll show you the text files, Nexus info. So you can, and here's the version. So you can also do it that way too. Pretty cool, really cool interface. This program mod 2 is actually really good. All right, so I think he's going to install this one, right? So Eeks Mountain Flowers, okay.
Now Eeks Floral Collection.
Eeks Floral Collection.
And Veidosbrum Grass Overhaul.
And the grass overhaul, this one. It's going to pop up a window.
Will appear. Select Mod Organizer 2 as your mod manager. Be sure to click Full Install.
Sometimes it's hard to tell which window I'm in. It's interesting that it doesn't pick up Mod Organizer by default. It's trying to do Vertex, so we got to go Mod Organizer. Normally that doesn't happen. Normally it knows. And then we want
Mod Manager.
Fresh to install, I'm sure.
Be sure to click Full Install. Select the ENB option.
ENB support.
Choose your quality.
My quality.
Remember, the higher the quality, the more demanding. Same with the grass.
Okay, dense.
Choose your density based on what your PC can handle. Click Install.
We want
now
sparse, scattered, dense. Let's go sparse, scattered.
Now a static mesh improvement mod quality add-on.
I wonder if do we want the grass to be dense, like really dense grass? I don't think so. Or you know what? Let's try. Let's try different. It's recommend you enable this command. Let's. Oh, here it says default is 20. Wait. Mini grass size equals 10. Sparse. Let's just try dense and see what it looks like. We can probably reinstall the mod if we want. Or maybe there's a configuration. I don't know. Try dense. We've already installed the static mesh improvement, so we're good there.
And our high poly project. Select install.
Now we want the high poly project. Install
everything. And click Install.
And click Install. Okay.
Now remember to enable these mods by checking the box to the left of the mod names. Now let's move these into position. Our high poly project will go at the top of the visual and atmosphere category.
Okay, so we're going to enable all these. high poly project goes to the top of the visual and goes to visuals and textures, maybe? Yep.
The rustic clutter collection beneath it.
Why do I have less than he does? I think. Ooh, that's red too. That's not good. Oh, it's because mine's in a different spot.
The reason for this is to ensure.
Did I not install the rustic collection? Why do I have two? Why do I have two of these? I don't remember why I had two. What's up, Vols? Let's go to the rustic collection because I don't remember why I have two. So let's just pull that one up again. I'm sure there's a reason for that. Copy. All right. We're still modding, but we're getting close, I think. I don't know if I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm still on it. Still increasing the quality. So I did download. I don't know why I have two. I'm gonna delete these. Let's delete this guy. We're gonna delete this guy. Let me go back. Rustic color. Let's go to the description real quick. And let's see. All right, which one do we want? There's a special edition, 2K textures, Skyrims. Oh, that's because there's like, I downloaded this one and this one. Okay, we want this one for sure. And then the other one was this other stuff, improves appearance while keeping down the file sizes. Rustic Clutter Collection, Special Edition. I see, he didn't say which one he installed, did he? Let's go back to this real quick. Well, we should be able to tell here. See, look, Special Edition 2K. Yeah, let's do that. Special Edition 2K 5795110. So that looks like the right one. And but then he's got this one, which he wouldn't have this one if he oh no, he's showing hidden files. Okay. So I think that's the right one. So let's go ahead and install this. This underneath the high poly project. And then the static mesh improvement probably is going to go somewhere else. We'll see.
Ensure that high poly project replaces all the textures used by all the following mods. Our static mesh improvement mod, quality add-on, will go just beneath static mesh improvement.
Oh, wait a minute. That is different than the static mesh improvement, which I don't see, by the way.
Will go just beneath static mesh.
So Sky UI. I don't even see static mesh improvement. Shit. All right. Let's make sure we get this. I thought I had this already, but I guess maybe not. Yeah, still at it. We're getting there. Tonight, I'm hoping to actually play the game. I created a pretty cool. I've got some pretty cool stuff installed that's working. Seems to be working pretty good. Okay, quality add-on, better dead minor fixes. I'm gonna download that one. We also need this one, which I kind of thought I had, but yeah, stack mesh improvement. This one. Should already have this one. I mean, I'd be shocked if I don't. See, look, we already have it already downloaded. Okay, so let's just go to hidden files. I think I probably uninstalled it. So let's install the static mesh improvement one. Right here, let's ask the quality add-on. So we need to install this guy. Install. Oh wait, it's already installed. It's right there. Cancel. It's at 2 point. Yeah, it's already installed. Okay, so that's already installed. So go back to here. This guy should go up here somewhere. Yeah, he's got it under True HUD. So True HUD's that's right where it goes. And then we install this guy. Install. This one goes, I think, just under. the other one? I believe. Yeah.
Improvement. The remaining 3 you can select together and move them up under plant.
I didn't know you could actually select more than one at a time. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. These are going to be under plants and foliage, I think. Okay, plants and foliage.
Plants and foliage. Double check your mod priority to ensure that it is the same as what is displayed on screen. Now it's time to sort our plugins.
Now we do the standard sort. Sort the plugins. You want to see something cool, boss? Now let's try running the game, right? I'm going to run the game. This is going to be interesting. I mean, I've added... The list just keeps getting longer and longer. All right. Oh. Lightning. Very brief thunderstorm. Ooh. I'm getting killed. Oh, I'm almost dead. Run away. All right. Hey, what's up, Purdy? How's it going? All right, so here's our mod list so far. You can excuse the Creation Club content, but we've got Well, we got quite a few mods, not too many.
Visit the Plugins tab
Alright.
and click Sort. This will run loot. Scroll to the bottom of the page. As you can see, we've got a prompt here for landscape fixes for grass mods. This does fix a problem where grass can grow in places.
Oh, look, it actually told us that. It is recommended you read the mod's compatibility notes. It's highly recommended you also have SkyUI flashing save games fix. Oh, this is cool. It actually tells us stuff like this. Fixes flashing saving entries when trying to save or load a game in the in-game menu. Quest journal. Okay. Sure, why not? We'll grab that since it told us that we probably could get some bang out of our buck for that. All right. It also said that it recommends this one, right? And there's a bunch of files here, but landscape fixes, reduces grass clipping, and improves grass placement. Let's go back and listen to what he says.
This is where it shouldn't in-game. However, this currently is not suitable for the latest build of Skyrim. And due to it causing errors, I've decided to leave it out for now.
Okay, we're not going to use that then.
You can now launch Skyrim through SKSE. If we take a look here, you will see the flowers scattered about the grass, a little bit of colour to bring the vibrance of your game to life. If you're enjoying this so far, please feel free to subscribe. Plenty more tutorials on their way. So let's move on to stage 2. Let's head on back to Nexus Mods. Our first is SSE Engine Fixes. Now this comes in 2 parts. We will need to download both parts, and the second part is installed manually. We'll go through that in just a moment.
I've done this one already.
But this in itself is currently not working correctly with the latest build of Skyrim. We will address that in a moment. Ensure you download part 1 and part 2 and check which version it is you're downloading it for.
Yeah, I've done this already. So this is something I've run into already. So we've got the SSE engine fixes here. And then the other part is the DLL that you have to manually download. So I think I've even updated my document here probably for that here. I've got what I call the Skyrim modding manifesto document that I'm kind of updating for certain things that I don't want to forget. And that what he's talking about now is one of those things. The SSE engine fixes part 1, download the file, right? But then part 2, you actually have to manually install the DLLs. So that's part of our saved notes.
To fix this does not replace it. Now this is specifically for use with our game version.
Okay, I downloaded this one already, I think. I don't know if I installed it yet. Oh, we didn't install this. It's this one here. Go ahead and install this. I don't think this is going to cause any issues. This is just a fix for the SkyUI. So we'll put that up here. Okay.
Next, Sound Record Distributor. This will work behind.
Okay, I've already installed this one. If you go to my sound section, I already have the Sound Record Distributor version 1.5.1. So we'll make sure that he's using that version.
Unofficial high definition audio project. This does not replace anything different, but it does take all of the original dialogue files and music files and change them out for high definition versions of the exact same file. This comes in 3 parts, and as you can probably expect, the file sizes are quite large.
Okay, I downloaded part 1 of this. I didn't install part 1. I downloaded this one. I didn't install part 1 and 2 of the voices, so I may need to do that. But if we go to the mod here, you can see under sound and audio, I've got the, I don't see it. But if we go here, we can see the unofficial, let's sort by name. You can, sure, maybe I didn't install it. I could have sworn I did. Unless I uninstalled it, which I may have done. All right, well, we'll go ahead and grab it again.
So give yourself some time to download these. Whilst they're downloading, go and grab yourself a brew. It's the perfect time for it.
He always talks about grabbing a brew. That's like his thing.
Next, we have Immersive Sounds Compendium.
Okay.
This is a vast selection of Foley sounds.
So we're going to go to the unofficial here. We're going to grab we're going to grab this one, right? And which I had downloaded previously, but I may have but see, it's already downloaded. Okay. And which was, I think this one, right? And then yeah, that one. And then we're going to download the voices too, right? This one and this one. And those are going to kick off, and those are currently downloading. You can see here. I wonder if there's an option to go into the music, this guy, and say reveal and explore. I'm not sure what that means. I'm going to unhide this one. See if that does it. Yeah, so you can unhide an individual file so you can see it in this list, which is very useful. Okay, let's go back to here.
Which replace the in-game sounds. Next, we have audio over.
Yeah, I haven't done the immersive, so does he have that down here? Yeah, let's grab that one. Immersive Sounds Compendium. Cool. I like it when there's just one file and it doesn't have any other things that it needs, which is great. And then the other thing he's going to grab is the overhaul, I think, which is the one he's showing us right now, which is the audio overhaul. Consider checking out acoustic sound. Don't forget to check your in-game volume sliders. If you download 4.1, please update.
Overhaul for SKYRIM SE. Similar to that of immersive sounds, it exchanges certain sounds in the game for more realistic ones and multiple alternatives so you don't hear the same sound multiple times. Now you might wonder why you're installing two overhauls. These two do overlap, however, they cover the majority of different areas of the sounds in the game. Because of this, we need to make sure they're compatible together. So we will need audio overhaul immersive sounds integration. This will allow us to have...
Oh yeah, I've never seen this one before. Audio overhaul immersive sounds integration. Immersive sounds. Yeah, I don't even see it here. So we're just gonna have to look it up. Audio overhaul immersive sounds integration. Multiple files here. I'm gonna hit enter. I'm going to go sort by downloads, and we're looking. We don't know which one we need, so
have immersive sounds and audio overhaul running next to each other.
This one says audio or immersive sounds integration AOS. I think it's this one. Let's take a look. Does it look the same? That looks pretty similar. Original upload 2020 at 4:51 a.m. That's a different timestamp though. Audio immersive sounds integration AOS ISC compatibility. ISC compatibility patch. It looks like the same one.
Each other. Now back in Mod Organizer 2, running next to each other.
So grab this one, I guess. Audio overhaul for SKYRIM SE. I don't know if I have that one. This is where it's starting to get complicated. We've got the immersive sounds companion. We've got the overall immersive sounds companion. Audio overhaul. Well, why do we have two different audio overhauls, which is what he was talking about, right? I think we've already got this one, right? If I try to download this, I think it's going to tell me that I've already downloaded it. We've already downloaded that. Okay, cool.
Now back in Mod Organizer 2, once those files have downloaded, we can begin installing. We'll start with the SSE engine fixes.
I've already installed
Install
this.
the plugin part 1, use our link 7-zip file, and go to 7-zip, extract to its own folder.
I've already done this too. There's going to be three
files.
Three files we need to copy in.
Now drag the engine fixes.
I've already done that.
Now we want to install the modified TOM.
Okay, so let's do the modified TOM. Okay.
File to allow engine fixes to work with version 1.6.1170. Ensure you enable these two. As you will see, the modified file is overwriting elements from the engine fixes mod. Now let's take these two and drag them into position. We want to put them under bug fixes and game patches.
Okay. So this one should go all the way up under my bug fixes and game patches. And SSE engine fixes. Yeah, I've got version 6.2. He's got version 6.1.1. So he does have a different version of the fixes, which is kind of scary. And also my modified files is newer. I'm just going to hope that that's okay. Otherwise, we may have to do some finagling with these guys. Let's look at the part 1 SSE. See part 1. I don't even see it. Oh, wait, here it is, right here at the top. For 1.6.69. Yeah, so he just had an older version. See the one that I have? I see. So actually, the one he has, I don't need because he's got a SSE engine fixes for 6.29. It says and newer, but mine actually specifically says for 1.1170. Whereas the patch is only for 1.30 and 1.1. It shouldn't hurt anything. We're just going to leave it the way it is. Hopefully it won't hurt anything.
We want them to load relatively early on to ensure that everything that uses them is working correctly. Now let's install our unofficial high-definition audio project. The first file.
Okay, now we're going to install this guy. Which it may already be installed. Cancel? Okay, let's go to my audio section. Because I installed some audio stuff. It's possible that I don't see it though. Oh, wait a minute. It's this one. Let's remove this mod. And then we'll install this one. I think it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. And then we'll just basically reinstall.
Will be labeled Music, followed by Voices Part 1 and Part 2. When you double-click to install, you will notice that they are given the same name, and it will prompt you to replace or amend. I suggest going for an abbreviation and just putting Part 1, Part 2.
That's why I didn't install them, because it wanted to ask if I wanted to replace, and I didn't know that. So I didn't know I had to rename them. And so I just didn't install these voices because I thought I didn't want to overwrite anything. So it's good that he specifically tells you just to rename these guys so that they're separate. Part 2. And now we're going to have 3 unofficial files. One's like the main sounds, and the 1 and 2 are just different voices. Right? So now we're going to have that.
With our unofficial HD overhaul of the audio, because these files are just high-definition versions of the original game files, we want to use these as a base that any other overhauls will work off of.
So they're going to go way up.
These files can go right at the beginning of your mod priority. As you can see, we place these right beneath our content picker.
I don't even know what this Anniversary Edition content picker is. I don't have that installed. Huh, interesting. But when I installed the unofficial high definition pack like a couple hours ago, it did tell me to put them beneath the expansions. The what are they called? The downloads. What are they called in SKYRIM and Steam when you have a pack and an additional package? Was it DLC? So these are the DLCs for Skyrim, right? There's the Hearthfires, Dragonborn, Dawnguard. So it did tell me to put them beneath here. Now he puts them basically beneath there, but underneath the club. So we can go, I guess, underneath the club. These are just the Creation Club crap, which we don't really care much about. So we'll put them here.
To be loaded in
I don't know what this Anniversary Edition content picker is, though. I have no idea what that
with
is.
the original game files. Now let's install our sound record distributor.
I already did that.
Then our audio overhaul for Skyrim.
Audio overhaul for Skyrim. 168, 168. It's this one, I think. Install this guy.
A pop-up window will appear. As you can see, we now have our sound record distributor and engine fixes installed. Click Install. Now for our immersive sound fixes installed. A pop-up window will appear. As you can see, we now have our sound record distributor and engine fixes installed. Click Install. Now for our immersive sounds compendium. Click Install. We now have our sound record distributor and engine fixes installed. Click Install. Now for our immersive sounds compendium. Now the options provided here are
Okay.
down to personal preference. Which one you select is entirely up to you. Choose the options you wish and click Next.
Okay. Weapon impact options. Do we want extra bloody and instant impacts, or do we want less intense? So weapon impact options. These are for sounds. I'm just going to go default, and I'm just going to go default because I don't really know. And then bow shot options to go high fantasy. Sure. And bow pull default, that's fine. And arrow impact options, high fantasy. Bonus weaponry options, extra weaponry options, extra gory sounds, smooth weapon swings, silent arrow projectile. I'm just going to install the default for this stuff because I don't really know. Creature option sounds, do we want well-mannered wolves? Sensible storm, matrox, and brutal bears. Complete overhaul sounds to make them sound meaner. Sure, why not? Brutal bear sounds kind of cool. It says complete overhaul of sounds to make them more menacing. Sure. And wolves have much less obnoxious mouth breathing while running. And makes the idle loop sound coming from these guys more subtle. I kind of like the heavy breathing, so we'll leave that alone. High fantasy. Okay. All right.
When you're happy with your choices, click Install. Now for our compatibility patch, which will allow us to run audio overhaul and immersive sounds side by side.
Oh, I didn't see that in mine. Do we have? Oh, we do. Good. Is this the compatibility patch? Hold on a second.
You wish, and click Next.
Uninstalled.
When you're happy with your choices, click Install. Now for our compatibility patch, which will allow,
which is the compendium integration. All right, this one. Audio overhaul, immersive sound integration, AOCI compatibility. Yep, that's it. Okay.
us to run audio overhaul and immersive sounds side by side. Enable the mods in the checkboxes to the left.
Enable the
Now let's
mods.
move them into position. Our sound record distributor will go up at the top, just before USSEP. With our
Okay, so mine's not in the right place. So our sound record distributor is going to go up, 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 up to the top. Just before... What did he say? SSE? I don't know. Sound record distributor.
will go up at the top, just before USSEP.
Okay, so he's got it in the engine fixes just before the unofficial Skyrim patch. Which, where's my unofficial Skyrim patch at? I don't even see it. Oh, it's right here. He's got his unofficial down below his container. J container. Man, mine's all out of order. So he's got his JS container up. ENV helper SC. jcontainer sound order. EMB helper, he's got his unofficial patch. And then EMB helper SE under that. Max the kick under that. Where's he putting his power tweaks? I don't even see those.
With our overhaul for all.
Yeah, I don't even see where he's got his power of 3 tweaks and Papyrus extender. I want to go back and see where did he put. I need to see his. I want to see his patch, his full list of his patches. There it is. So he's got the address library first, which I don't even see mine. But I know I've got it installed right here. He's got that way up. Address library first in his list of bugs. And then he's got the Papyrus util, which I don't think I have that installed. And then he's got, there's his power, his tweaks, and his Papyrus. So there's his tweaks. There's his Papyrus. Then he's got the engine, the fixes, then the container. So then he's got the engine, fixes, and I've got some other stuff that he doesn't have. SE updated. I know, it's so complicated, man. It is so complicated. Yeah, it's so complicated. But I mean, this video is pretty good. I haven't really run into any issues with the game at all by following this video. And some of the reasons why it's a little bit complicated is because I went kind of rogue and installed some stuff outside of this video series that he did. So I have some stuff installed that wasn't part of Zoo series, which is probably stupid of me. But so I have some stuff installed that isn't in this video series. And so if we run into issues, I can always uninstall the things that weren't part of his series, and that'll probably fix those issues. The good thing is you can easily just uninstall stuff, reinstall it. Like we can go in here and say like, you know, reinstall mod or remove mod. So like let's say we install, let's say we run something like this static mesh improvement mod, and it says, hey, you're installing this. Do you want to also install support for this other mod? And that other mod that wants to install support for you don't have installed, but then later on down the road you install it. You have to remember that this one could have a fix for that one. And if you remember that, then you can go in here, you can just right-click this one after adding the other one and just basically do reinstall. And then it'll, you know, because they have dialog options that come up sometimes. But again, it's very complicated because you got to remember. You have to remember, like, you know. Now, I don't know why some of these things are coming up red like that. I don't really get it. Like, why when I pick this one, do these come up red? I think I don't know if I don't know. I have no idea. But anyways, let's go back to the video.
On to ensure that everything that uses them is working correctly. Now let's install our unofficial high-definition audio project. The first file will be labeled music, followed by we now have our sound record
for all this
compatibility patch, which will allow us to run audio overhaul and immersive sounds side by side. Enable the mods in the checkboxes to the
all right, so we're back to here again, which I think is where I was, right? Yeah, audio overhaul.
Left. Now let's move them into position. Our sound record distributor
will
go up at the top, just before USSEP.
So he put it. I don't know why these are red. This is freaking me out. I'm gonna sort and see if loot comes up with some issues. Audio overhauls, recommended compatibility notes. Okay, nothing too crazy, just a couple of recommendations. Yeah, I don't know why these are red. And I don't remember if we saw where he put his rustic collection. Do you see his So under visuals, texture, and atmosphere, which one is that? That is 10. All the way up at 10. Do we see rustic collection? We do. And we see that it's after high poly project. And then these other ones I don't have installed, so we're not worried about that. So that's in the right spot. And then we get the Eeks Mountain Floor. That's under the plant and foliage, which is, where's his plant and foliage? Under 7. Oh, it's up off the top of the screen, but we got it here and here. So those are in the right spot. We got, they look the same. Like as far as the hearts and the lightning bolts. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. All right, let's just go back and get these moved into place.
You can select all 3 in this particular order and move them up.
Audio immersive.
And audio effects.
We're going to move these under sound and audio effects, which is 11. It's going to go here. So I've got a lot of stuff. Music replacer. Well, he's got the Skyrim Music Replacer Anniversary Concert. I didn't like that one. I actually installed it and then removed it. So you can see I've got a bunch of stuff installed here that he doesn't have. The thunder sounds, the storm and lightning, his scripts, the bard songs, the ambient bird sounds. But I think all these things work fine. So I don't see any conflicts here with these. Otherwise, we'd be getting lightning bolts that say it's like replacing. So I don't see anything like that.
You will see in the name, the version number is incorrect, as it is 4.1.3 that we have downloaded. It is not important to change the name, but can help keep you organized.
Audio overhaul Skyrim. Yeah, you see that? How it actually was the wrong version. So that was a mistake by the developer.
Now to our plugins tab, and let's sort once again.
Plugins, sort.
Scroll down to the bottom of the list, check for any notifications it might prompt you with, and close out.
I noticed he doesn't have the sound message that I had. Here's recommend that you read this mod. So the storm and lightning and the audio, I've got a couple messages he doesn't have. He doesn't have storm and lightning installed. I do. So we do have some issues with possibly with this one. Yeah, the one thing with modding, Vols, is you really have to read everything. You can't just take for granted that it says, oh, it's your version, it's going to work. That's not enough. You have to read all the nodes because there may be conflicts with specific other mods. Even though this is the version you want for Skyrim that I'm running, which is 1.6. That's my Skyrim right here. It still doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work with all the other mods. And that's where it gets a little confusing. If we go to Mod Manager Downloads, it's going to try to download, which we've already downloaded it, so we just click no. But the only reason I clicked the download is I wanted to see what other things it required. The problem with picking one package by one guy is those packages are invariably too big. Like if you go to like, and they don't. Here's the problem, because I thought about trying that, and sure that is easier but the thing is, does that package have what you want? That's the real problem, right? Does the package have what you want? I know what I want in Skyrim. I want improved combat. I want improved visuals, right? I want improved rain. I want improved sound effects, right? I want improved bow combat. I want the sky climb. So there's certain things I want. A lot of the packages don't have all of those, or if they do have all of them, they have too many other things that I don't care about. So I end up having to download like 3,000, 4,000. When I downloaded that one package, Lorem, that had 4,000 mods, it took over 2 hours to install that. I mean, just 2 hours. So if we go to Webjack, right? So, and I did look. I looked through the other packages, and I thought about trying to install some. The reason I didn't is a lot of them are so big that it sucks, because you're going to spend like 2 or 3 hours just installing it just to see if you like it, right? Just to see if you're going to like it. Why am I don't care. Why am I getting this? Why does Webjack look completely different than the last time I launched it? This is like everything today has been different. Like, so this doesn't look like, they must have updated it. See, now I don't like this. They've updated. So now we've got to go for games here, and now it's not. This is completely like different than what it was. Before, everything was at the top, and when I went to games, it had Skyrim in it. And it does have it. It just forever to load it. So anyways, here you go in Skyrim. Here's the ones that people have created. But if you go and hover over a lot of these are, some of these are pretty small. Like this one, 81 gig, that's tiny, right? This one, 61 gig, tiny. Then you get to something like this one, 129 gig. That's not too bad. 76. This one's big. 405 gig is big. What I really wanted to run was this guy, the Althros DevTools, because it's only 18 gig, and it basically installs kind of like a setup of all the stuff you're basically going to need if you're modding. Like if you're going to mod, it's just going to go ahead and set up your environment with all of these things, like all the engine fixes and certain things that you know you're going to want. But for some reason, I couldn't get this to work. In theory, this sounded like a great idea because it would go ahead and configure certain things like, it would configure stuff that we pretty much every time you're modding, you're going to install, like the industrial library, the powerhouse tweaks, the SSE engine fixes, the display tweaks, probably Sky, maybe even it might even have like Sky UI in there. I don't know. But a lot of these things it would automatically install for you. So, but whatever. Now I'm to the point now where it doesn't matter because those things are easy for me to set up. Like, but when you see they changed Wabbajack because it used to have tags on these that would show you stuff like, oh, this one's customizes like survival, and this one custom is more based on like visual experience. So I don't know what's going on. You can see here's the Lorem, which I installed. This one, took 2 hours, and it worked, but it was overkill. It like had all this shit in it that I didn't want. It's like going into World of Warcraft and saying, here's classic WoW. I'm going to install like 100 add-ons, and I want you to play the game. And you're going to load the game, and all of a sudden your screen's loaded up with add-ons, and you're sitting there going, what the fuck am I doing? Right? I don't even know 80% of these add-ons even do, right? That's the same thing with some of this stuff. It's not quite that bad because a lot of these add-ons are just like visuals and audio and things that really don't affect your game. Like just because your visuals look different, your audio works better or something, doesn't really change you just logging in and playing the game. But then there's all this other stuff, like the UI is different, like the menu's different, saving's different, the way your character moves is different. You know what I mean? And that stuff could be really off-putting if you've never played those things, and to have it all slam you in the face at the exact same time is just a little bit too much for me. So some of these and things, a lot of these are here, but are they up to date? Has the developer been keeping these up to date? So you install these, and then I don't know. I'm me, I'm anal. I like to know what I'm doing. I like to have a little bit more control. I guess I'm a little bit of a control freak. I never thought of myself as a control freak, but when it comes to like a game that I'm playing that's just for me, I'm playing a game solo, I want to be in control of what's going on, and I want to understand what's going on. That's probably the developer side of me coming through. But anyways, we've done all this. Let's just run the game again and make sure that it actually works. Still at only 15 animations. When you see that loading animations top right corner, that number starts to get bigger and bigger once you start adding like new combat animations, new NPC like what do you call it? Animations like God, my brain doesn't work anymore. Animations that play when your character's just standing still. You know what I mean? Idle. God, I couldn't think of the word. Man, my brain doesn't work anymore. So this is what Skyrim normally looks like, mostly. Like if we first launched Skyrim, it's going to kind of look like this, right? But we do have a E&B package installed that modifies a lot of stuff. And so when we flip that on, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like this. So it looks obviously a lot different. Looks a lot better, in my opinion. It does miss a little bit of the grittiness of the wood, like specifically like the wood grain down here looks a little bit more dirty and has a little bit more of a fantasy feel to it. But the water it's kind of like vanilla WoW water, you know what I mean? You switch out to this water, it's way better looking. Plus you can even see like the bottom of the water, the floor, which which looks really cool. All right. And you can hear the sound effects. The sound effects are way better now. Like the sound effects of me swimming underwater and the sound effects of me coming in and out of the water. It's a lot more vibrant and louder, and there's more crispness to it. So that's part of like all these sound effects that we've updated. See, hear that? Just me running through the waters. You know, it's just a little bit more immersive, right? We're getting close, Vols. We're getting close to a playable game. I guess this crab was dead already. Oh no, no, please don't tell me you broke my add-on. Ah, my sky climb broken. I think it is. Damn it. Everything was looking so good and we broke the one add-on that you can see the graphics look way better. The grass looks much nicer. But we fucking broke my sky climb, I think. Shit. Wait a minute. No, we didn't. I don't think sky climb works if you have a weapon out. Let me see. I don't think you can do it if you have a weapon out. See how we can't do it? Ooh, somebody's throwing shit at me. That was a spider or something. Oh, look! There was another spider! Where is he? There's a rabbit. Notice the rabbit looks like a different character model too. See the model of the rabbit? That's different too, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that's the default rabbit model. Oh! Ooh. Oh, that guy almost killed me. Oh! Okay, so anyways, we do have so Vols, everything's working. Everything's working. We've installed I don't know, what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. We installed about 35 mods.
Now run Skyrim through SKSE on MO2. Our Skyrim world is really starting to take shape.
The game definitely looks better, right? Okay, so we completed the transform Skyrim graphics. I think that's the one we just did. I don't know if we did the performance mods. I think we did this one already.
Select our 3 overhaul audio mods.
Oh god, no we didn't.
We're going to move these up and place them just above race menu. Remember to keep them in the same order as before.
Oh my god, I haven't gone through this video yet. Look, this one covers the Ethereal Cosmos, Skyrim project optimization. A lot of this stuff is about making the game run better. Armor and clothing extension. Did he really? That's kind of surprising that he would have waited this long to do that, right? I mean, come on. Turtle Wild's only been out for like 6 years or 7 years or something. You know what I mean? When did he do it? I don't see it. Yeah, he's a bit late. Ashes of Creation, what's happened? Let's watch this one.
Ashes of Creation, what's been going on? Well, for the
Nothing
past few
good.
months, Ashes has been playable in its Alpha 2 state. Initially, they ran their Alpha 2 Phase 1.
I didn't. Okay, I didn't know he had another channel, and another thing I like to. I don't understand why people have second channels, like Rick Beato. I mean, I love Rick Beato, but why does he got two channels? Why do you need two YouTube channels? Now, if the content's completely different, I have two YouTube channels, but they're so vastly different, right? Like, okay, so if you go to my YouTube channel, right? If you go to mine, go to my channel. I have another channel, right? Like if you go more here, actually, where is it? Actually, I think you have to go to my main, I think you have to search for me, right? Go to caffeine injected. No, I still don't see it. Oh, that's weird. It used to show up. That's weird. I don't see my other channel here anymore, which is kind of freaking me out. It used to be there. But if you go to this one, which hopefully it's still there, this is my YouTube channel as well, right? This is my YouTube channel. And actually, this is a channel that I had created for game development purposes. Well, actually, I wanted to make my own video game in Unreal Engine. And this was, whenever I got to the point where I do that, which one day I probably will when I'm retired, I start making my own video game, which I probably will because I'm a programmer and I love video games. And when I'm retired, I probably won't have anything else better to do except play guitar and make, work on my own video game. I've got this channel. And you can see, let's see, why does it say live? I've done a few videos, not a lot. If we switch, view your channel. I'm on a side. I'm on a different note here. Like, look at this video I did 5 years ago. Installing Unity to a different non-C drive location. Sample combat discussions. Where to begin with character models. But anyway, so if you have a second channel, it's about something completely different. I get it. But when YouTubers have a second channel that's basically covering the same shit as their primary channel, I don't understand. There's Rick Beato's channel, which I love Rick Beato. I mean, Rick Beato does great music content, right? He's got 4.8. I remember when Rick didn't even have 1 million subs. I've been watching this guy's channel when he didn't even have 1 million subs, and now he's exploded. Like, he's completely taken off. And his channel has grown quick, like super quick. If you go to Social Blade, right? It's always amazing to me, right? How fast certain people's channels go. Rick Beato, look at this. He's got Rick Beato 2, Rick Beato Russ, Rick Beato Topic, Rick Beato Fans, and Rick Beato. Now, all these probably aren't his channel, but I would say these first two are, right? So if you go to Rick Beato, and if you look, it was created, oh wow, created in 2006. But let's look at subscribers. Subscribers, I haven't looked at this site in a while. It's got a lot of junk on here. Where's the, let's go to future projections. And can we do, no, that's not what we want. Let's go to views. Look at that. He's got holy shit, he's got 1 billion views. Created on 2006. Channel statistics. Is there a way we can, here we go. We can't custom it. Last 3 years? Oh, it looks like Social Blade has a paid plan now. But can we do future projections? So they anticipate that he will be, they've really changed Social Blade. This is a completely different look for this site. But they anticipate by 2027 he'll have 6 million subs. I was just curious if we could see, like, going back when he chatted. But Rick started out as a pretty, you actually logged into a PP server on Turtle. It was actually above 1,000 players. Yeah, I mean, Turtle has quite a few players, but it's still just the same 1.12, laggy-ass crappy client, unfortunately. But anyways, what I was saying is that I don't understand why YouTubers have multiple channels. So you've got Rick Beato, and then you've got Rick Beato 2. What's really different about the channels? Like, yeah, I think that Rick Beato 2 gets more interviews. See, like if you look at the videos, most of them are him interviewing somebody. So that's fine. You want to create a secondary channel with interviews? Why call it Rick Beato 2? Why not call it like Rick Beato interviews or Rick Beato, I don't know. I would just call it something else. Just like, but beyond all that, Rick Beato's channels, if you've never watched, if you like music as much as I like music, his YouTube channel is fantastic. So I did not know that Lazy Peon had another channel, which I just think is ridiculous, but I don't know how many fucking channels do you need? How do we even find his other channel? So what's his other channel called, Volst? Lazy Peon. Here, the Lazy Peon 2. Again, why have a second channel? I don't know. Yeah. It looks like it's mostly shorts. And it looks like it's probably a fairly recent channel. There's only 17 videos on it, and there's only 5.72K subs. I think he probably created this channel to do more controversial topics. Like, he's not going to review Turtle WoW on his main channel because he thinks Turtle WoW is a private server, and he doesn't want it to be as visible on his main channel, to be honest. I think that's why he probably is doing it. You know what I mean?
Turtle WoW was popping off. Let's just Google that, because you said Turtle WoW months ago.
Yeah, I don't really want to watch this, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I mean, the thing is, when you're as big as someone like, when you have as many subs as someone like Lazy has, you got to be careful about the content that you're putting up. You have to be very careful about the content you're putting up. Oh, I did want to talk about, what time is it? Oh God, it's already 11:30. Jesus. I did want to talk about, my wife's gonna kill me. I got to spend more time with my wife this week, guys. I've just been kind of lost in modding Skyrim. I did want to talk about Defiance. Defiance, if you guys have ever played the Defiance MMO, which I have not, the people who owned the game actually sold it to somebody else, like the complete rights to publish it and run it and everything, I think. So Defiance, the MMO, is coming back out again. So they're actually going to come out. They're going to bring the game back out in 1 month. Well, the TV show was good. I don't know about you, man, but the first season of Defiance, I loved it. I love the show. I thought that they really screwed it up. I thought that they moved too fast through the main story, but I thought the show's premise was really good. I thought it was really good. I thought the show could have been 100 times better than it was, but I really enjoyed the first season. I just thought that the last 2 or 3 episodes of the season kind of fell apart and flopped, like you said. They kind of screwed up on what they did. But if you watch the first I would say 4 episodes of that season, I just thought it was great. I thought it was a great show. And I never played the game. I guess we can download it though. Let's just cut this. Cut. Let's go down to E and let's just put it under gaming stuff for now. It's kind of weird that the Discord is just called Fox. I probably would have created a. I probably would have called it Fox Defiance or something. I don't know, but I guess if they're thinking they're going to publish more than one game, it makes sense. That because they would just be Fox as the game publisher, and then inside of here they have different sections for the stuff. So here we haven't seen any too much information yet. One does not simply log into Defiance. But I actually really liked the show. I thought in fact, in preparation, it looks like it'd be a Skyrim mod. In preparation, yeah, that's funny. In preparation for the game, I'm probably going to watch the show again, right? I don't want to buy it here, though. I probably have it on Amazon, don't I? Defiance. If I can spell. Oh my god. Defiance TV show. No. I didn't pick the right thing. Here you go.
I love my father.
Yeah, of course, it was a sci-fi original. 33 years later. So basically, the premise is that the Earth was kind of attacked by these aliens or something, and they terraformed it. And of course, there's this key areas of almost like kind of like resistance, but there's areas where the aliens live with the humans. No, it's not. I mean, Stargate's better, but there's areas where the aliens live with the humans, and it's really interesting. And it's got kind of like a Blade Runner, not a Blade Runner, a Mad Max kind of feel to it, because you can see here, the Earth has been terraformed,
I was a
and
child.
it's been like it looks a lot different than what you would expect Earth to look like.
Nolan like
It's got this kind of
this world has no natives, which means it belongs to everyone. He says Antarctica will be paradise. I want to believe him, but I've been disappointed too many times.
And then what's weird is
I
like
love my father.
it's like the main character is some kind of like weird alien or something. I don't know. Like she's like I don't know what she is, but she's not human, right? But it's a really I don't know. I thought it was a really cool premise. And I love how the town that they go to like is like see like St. Louis, right? Because it's got the Arc, St. Louis Arc, and that the DJ who plays music for the town, like he's got his DJ station, like is up in the top of the Arc. But yeah, she's California. There you go. That's a good call, man. But actually, it's like one of those shows that like it had had potential, but they missed out on the potential. The premise was good from the start, but they really didn't deliver. But I liked the main character. I thought she was pretty interesting. I thought the guy who played her dad was the typical kind of. He reminded me of like the main character from the character Mal from Firefly. Like him and Mal from Firefly have a lot of similarities. You know, you can see here he is. Even it's kind of even like he's like a cross between. Yeah, he's like a cross between Mal from Firefly, Han Solo, and the character from what's that one survival game survival game that was so popular? It has the guy and the girl, like Ellie, and the guy. I don't remember the guy's name, but that survival game with Ellie and the guy, he also looks like that guy from that game. But there's a lot of crossover going on there. But anyways, I think when Defiance comes out, I think the game, I'll definitely try it out. It's something to do, something new. Joel, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Last of Us. I never played The Last of Us, so. But yeah, he kind of reminds me of Joel from The Last of Us, crossed with maybe like Mal from Firefly. But I don't think he's as intelligent as either, to be honest. He kind of comes across as being pretty stupid. I think Mal comes across as being kind of dumb in some ways on Firefly, but he's not really dumb. He just kind of comes across that way. He's not really stupid or anything like that. Whereas this guy, I don't want to say stupid, but not the sharpest crayon in the box.
4. Next up, High Poly Project. This will go just beneath Static Mesh.
So I'm going to stop for tonight as far as doing the modding. I still need to pick up and finish out the performance, the MO2 updates and overwrites. That one's probably pretty short, 9 minutes. How to uninstall, we'll do that one. The Cathedral, Um, I've already done this one, I think, or at least I don't think we need to do this one. This video I've gone through already. I'll probably have to go through it again if we're going to use Dyndelod. I don't even know what SSE edit is. I'm sure that's for modders. Since I'm not going to be creating my own mods, I probably won't need to do this. Probably won't apply to me too much. Key updates. Let's take a look at the key updates, though, actually.
Before we can install our combat animations, it is important that we update SSE engine fixes, as it no longer requires the modified TOML file.
Is that so?
Oh,
Visit
see?
Nexus Mods and go to SSE engine fixes.
See, I thought so. I never installed that.
Under Files, you will see the version you downloaded, and above it, a new version for.
Oh, so see, we don't need that then. So we can go, because I don't need this one here. This one we can remove mod. Because the version I have doesn't need that. I was kind of wondering that this is one of the biggest problems with modding Skyrim is that it's two problems. One, if new stuff comes out and it can break your build, and the other thing is if you're looking at videos teaching you how to do things, you got to be really careful that it's very current. That's why I try not to watch anything that's too old. This series is fairly old. It's like a year old or something. But the videos that are near the end of the series have been done within the past few months. So he's obviously been adding to this series over the past year. So it started. Actually, I'm not sure when the first video came out. So the first video came out a year ago. But if you look at the last video in the series, it came out 2 months ago. So he kept updating this as he goes along. So it's pretty cool that he did do that. And it's pretty cool that he did do the key updates. So yeah, we didn't need, and I didn't think we needed that, but let's go back to the SSE engine fixes, and I want to make sure that the one I have is the right version. So I've got 6.2, and if we go to the SSE engine fixes, this one here, yeah, so this is the one I have, which makes sense, 6.2, because it's for the first, yeah, so I'm fine. That other thing we installed, we didn't need. So yeah, so we're good.
1.6 is before we install the new one. This is before we install. We are going to need to remove our existing SSE engine fixes before we install the new one. Now open MO2, right-click, and select Remove Mod. Do this for both the main file and the.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to do that because my main file was the updated one.
Into the check it to enable the mod. Whilst
where does he have it? He has it under the J containers bug fixes. I want to see where J containers. He keeps moving them around in the order, which is kind of annoying.
To enable the mod.
So he's got it now down here under J containers SE. Is all the way down here.
Whilst here, double check to find out if there are any other mods that require updating. For example, followers of the complete guide will notice there is a new version of XP32. On Nexus Mods, you can download the latest version. And
see, I haven't installed this XP32. I don't even know what this is because I wasn't really familiar with it. XP32? XPM SSE Max Skeleton Special Extension.
On is a new version of XP32.
XP32 Maximum Skeleton. .06 Skeleton Special Edition. 5.06. So I guess we can install this then. See, I don't have this though. I don't have this Idols SE. I don't have the Nemesis engine. I don't have the race menu. That's why I never installed this, because it requires these other things. Yeah.
Mesh improvement mod. Now let's bring.
Yeah, and the skeleton mesh improvement mod also. Whoa, wait a second. This one.
Followers of the complete guide on Nexus mod, and with file the latest build, XPM SSE, and race menu, and leave the rest as they are. Then click install. You will be prompted to replace the existing mod. Click replace, and voila. Check to see if there are any other mods that require updating. Address library is also going to require updating. As we can see here, the version numbers don't match.
Yeah, so I don't think I have that problem. But again, that's part of the problem with modding, is you're constantly trying to keep everything in sync. I mean, really, the only thing I have left to do for my game to really get it to the point where I'm is just really just the combat. I wanted to add some combat updates, and some of the bow updates, and then I'm pretty much good to go and good to play. By the time I get this ready to play Valst, I'll probably be ready to play something else. I'll be like, spend a week playing around with modding, and then I'm like, okay, I got it ready to play, and then I'll be like, let's go play a different game. Oh, the one thing we haven't done is the visual look of the characters, though. I have seen some people with games of Skyrim where the character models look better, and we haven't installed anything here that really updates the character models. But let's
download the latest to install.
Now he's updating the all-in-one address library.
To install.
Yeah, I think my library was up to date. See, that's 10.0. I'm pretty sure mine was more current. So if you look at the address library here, see, I've got 11.0, right? 11.0, and then we go back to his video, and he's at 10, and I'm assuming this 11 is probably 11.0.
Sometimes you may notice that mods are considered out of date, but when you visit the Nexus page, you have the latest version.
See, now it says 11.0, which is the one I have.
If this is the case, you can right-click on the mod in MO2 and select Ignore Update. Be sure to double-check to make sure you actually have the latest version required before you ignore the update.
Yeah, so I do have that here where it says installed version 1.13, and the newest version is 1.3, 1.1. So apparently there's a power tweaks that's newer than this one. Let's take a look and see if that's true. So we're going to go to visit on Nexus, and we're going to go to files. And yeah, sure enough, there is one that is higher than mine, apparently. But I'm pretty sure the one I have is this one. So I think that's what he's talking about, because I think we download this, what it's going to say is it's going to say you've already got it, right? So if we go here, file with the same name has already been downloaded. You can see it says 1-13-1, which makes me think that this version is 1.13.1. So I'm going to say no. And I think this is a perfect example of what he's talking about here, where it thinks these versions are wrong, they're different, but they're not, right?
Take a look through your list and find any others. To have the latest version, be sure to double check to make sure you actually. You can right click on the mod in MO2 and select Ignore Update. Be sure to double check to make sure you actually have the latest version required.
So I'm going to go back into here, and for this one, I'm going to say Ignore Update. And I'm also going to change it to 0.1 because I'm like 99% sure that I have 0.1. I guess we probably shouldn't do that. Let's leave it the way it was. We'll say We'll leave it to 1, but we're going to say ignore update, so I'm pretty sure this is correct. And then this one says installed version is not the newest version, right? So same thing. Here, files, and you can see that the version I have is this one, which is 6.2. And if we go back to MOD, 6.2, it claims that oh, see, it says installed version 6.2, newest version 6.1.1. So obviously that's not correct. I mean, my version number is even higher than that. So same thing here. We can just say ignore update because that's correct. And then the spinning emblem, I'm not sure about this one. This one says installed version is 4.50.0, and newest version is 4.5.0. This looks like a developer screw up. Like the developer probably just didn't type it in correctly, because I'm sure 4.50.0 is probably the same as 4.5.0. So we can go to the spinning emblem and go visit on Nexus and look at the files, and we can see that the version I download is this one, version 4.5. Because if I try to download it again, what's going to happen is it's going to tell me that it's already been downloaded. And you can see here it says 4-5-1. Okay. And actually notice how it's 4-5-16. So it's just 5. So we're going to say no. And this one we're going to say ignore update. And we're even going to fix this because I think this is just wrong. Actually, here, if we double click on it, you can see it does say version here, which is really weird. We'll leave it alone because it does this, but that seems completely wrong. There's no such thing as a 4.50 version. So yeah, just other weird things with, I think modding Skyrim is it's like an art unto itself. If you really want to mod Skyrim, you have to spend some significant time. But if you ever did want to mod Skyrim, I highly recommend you go through this video series. This video series is amazing, and you don't have to take my word for it. All you have to do is go to the comments, right? Look at this. I've been modding, and these are some of these are pretty recent. This is where I think I stopped following the guide and go on my own modding journey. Thank you for helping me get here. So he thinks he's good enough to go. Glad you're back, man. Can't wait for the combat animation. I keep recommending your mod guide to my real-life friends whenever Skyrim is mentioned. I appreciate your work. You're so helpful. I could listen to your guys all day. Keep the videos coming. Love this channel. This is actually not the best. There was another one where people were saying stuff like, this is by far the best content on YouTube. And it is. Like, if you just read this stuff, yeah, boy, get your, if you read these comments, man, you do an amazing job with tutorials for modding. Yeah. Thank you very much. Best wishes. I don't know, but this is the best way to learn how to mod Skyrim is this series. Hands down, I think it's the best way. Yeah. Because I've gone through so many videos over the last 3 or 4 days, and most of them just, they were helpful in their own way. But what was so good about this one is most videos will say, hey, these mods are good. They work with this version of Skyrim, and they'll give you the list of where they are, in Nexus, maybe to go download them, and that's about it. This guy not only shows you which ones are good, but he shows you how to install them, in what order to install them. And then he even goes further into it and shows you how to use your tool, like how to do stuff like sort, which I didn't even know about, how to double click on an installer and verify, verify this, which I still don't know how accurate this is. A lot of times I get stuff that says it looks like the data is not valid, but it still works. So I still don't know what that really means. But anyways, he just goes through, creating these sections, explaining kind of like we were talking about, how he's showing you how something like this isn't always a real thing. Like here it says installed version 1.0.0, newest version is 1.0.0, where those are the same number. So it's like, okay, whatever. But it is almost, let's see, well, what do we want to go through? I think we can go through maybe one more video, maybe. This one, I think he updated his address library.
With that.
And what's this? He's doing the cathedral weathers. I'm gonna close this one down. I haven't done the cathedral weathers yet. Let's see. This one. Let me take a look at this video.
don't need a high-end PC for a high-end experience. Mod page for cathedral weathers.
Yeah, I
and
haven't done this one
seasons.
yet.
The importance of always reading the mod pages becomes clear with this mod as an example. If you were to scroll down the page, you will see why we removed our ENB in the previous video. Download the main file using the mod manager option. Download the Cathedral Weathers and Seasons update.
Okay, so you need to follow these videos in order because in this video we installed an ENB. So I currently still have this ENB installed, and this is the one I'm using. It's the one I'm playing with. Now in this video he uninstalls the ENB. Then in this video he creates another, I think another ENB. So we really can't go through this video without going through this one. You know, I am curious how this looks though.
You don't need will provide. This mod targets of more grass across the map. Forests on Nexus Mods. Fabled Forests was kindly suggested in a post I had made as I tried searching for a performance-friendly tree mod, and what a suggestion it is. Tree mods are notoriously hard on performance, and it was important that the mods selected were performance-friendly to allow as many to follow as possible. So download Fabled Forests to your mod manager and you can hop on back over to MO2. For their installation, we begin with Cathedral Landscapes. The faux mod will appear on screen. Leave the
So I don't want to go through all this now because it'll take too long, but I do want to continue on to maybe tomorrow and the next few days. I want to do the uninstall of my ENB preset, and I want to install the Cathedral Weathers just to see how it looks. There's also this one we think we've already did. Now the Dindalod is something else I want to revisit, and I've already done Pandora, right? I've already done this one. I haven't. Oh, here's the one for the players. Let's look at this one real quick.
overhauls all of the followers in 2024. Simple Skin. This skin retexture mod will take the original aesthetic of Skyrim and upscale it in order to bring you a completely lore-friendly texture. The male and female editions are two separate mods, and you need to install them both together. Tempered Skins. This is a different approach to a lore-friendly skin retexture with more attention to
I think I like the Simply skin better than the tempered skins. The vanilla is vanilla, obviously. I don't know. The tempered skin's pretty good too. I think the tempered skin, it looks a little too clean on the face. I kind of like the dirty look of the face, you know. Feels more gritty, feels more like Skyrim. But the musculature of this one looks a little more, I don't want to say more realistic. It just looks more accurate. Like this guy's body, especially through his chest, it doesn't really look quite right. I don't know.
detail. It gives a more realistic look than simple.
See, this one doesn't look, to me, that doesn't look good. That looks like, again, you're getting towards that mannequin again, where it looks like a mannequin. You know what I mean? Like, here's the simple.
More realistic.
Yeah, see, I don't like this. This looks way too like a mannequin.
Than Simple Skin. It also comes with a male and
here's the tempered. Now, see, this one here, it looks good. I also like here where her chest doesn't look so bony, although she is supposed to be an old woman. Like, see, like here, very old woman. Here she looks not so old anymore. But again, as you start to get towards that mannequin appearance.
Female edition. This skin retexture counts as a vanilla.
What is his number here?
Body replacement.
Is this like some sort of... I wonder what this number is.
So if a mod like Rustic Clothing Collection tells you it's being overwritten, it doesn't affect the game, as those clothing retextures are based on the vanilla body meshes. Expressive Face Gen Morphs. This mod changes the vertex of the target mesh, allowing and giving resources to create more realistic expressions. With the optional race menu plugin, you can go into the race menu and change the settings of your character's expressions as you please. Expressive Facial Animations, Male and Female Edition. These two mods basically do the same thing as Expressive Face Gen Morphs.
Yeah, I don't care about these, to be honest.
Now allows any mods will allow. It increases the number of polygons of the head. High Poly Head. This incredible mod is one of the most used mods regarding character appearance in Skyrim. It increases the number of polygons of the head meshes of all the characters in the game, giving content creators and mod authors the ability to work on a highly detailed baseline to create appearance mods. One important thing to keep in mind is that the FOMod installer you will need to enable the correct option. Since we're using expressive face gemorphs, we will want to enable that option, as well as other two options under the facial animations category. But it's very important for this guide that you not check the high poly vanilla hair option, because we will be using different mods to cover the hair of the characters. If you know what you're doing, you can check the options that you want. High poly vanilla head, not to be confused with the option in the FOMod installer that we previously mentioned. This mod does something very similar as high poly head. It increases the number of polygons available in the hair meshes for them to be used by other mods. Vanilla Hair Remake. Our second hair mod of option for this guide will be the Vanilla Hair Remake, which is a mod that remakes the vanilla hair from scratch. Specifically, it remakes the 3D model of the hair to give it a different look than the original OG Skyrim. Nonetheless, this mod does not use new textures, so the hairstyles will still look vanilla, but with more detail. This is great because it allows the player to choose whatever hair texture they want to improve on the base models. This mod also integrates physics into these new vanilla meshes. When downloading this mod, you will have two main files. The first one doesn't have physics for the hair, the second one does have physics. You need to choose only one. Now for the second part of the installation of this mod, scroll down to optional files and select it if you want the NPCs to have the hair physics.
I don't see that he's going through and telling how to install these.
Remember again, you only have to choose one of the two optional files. In total for this mod, it says high poly head, beards of power. You
Beards
can't
of
be a legendary
power.
Viking without a strong beard.
Is that so?
This is an old experience. A whole range up to explore is used instant gaming.
Okay, so the bad part of this video is all the way up to this point. He's always shown kind of installing them and like where to put them. Like, how do we know where these go? Like in all of his previous videos, he installs them and then shows where to kind of place them. So here he's not. I don't know. He didn't do that.
Time now. I would love to continue working with them as a company I respect. A big thank you to all of those who do, and for your support on this journey. This change also happens to every other leader in the game. Character upscales. This is a different approach to bring you a completely lore-friendly texture. The male and female editions are two separate mods, and you need to install them both together.
I think I'm going to try this. Let's try the Simply Skin Replacer. This should be pretty easy. Simply Skin, right? Replacer. I'm going to go for downloads. I've never downloaded these before. Let's see what the requirements are. 3 updated pretty recently. No, there's no additional requirements. All right, we're going to install these. And let's take a look. I wish he would have kind of said where he puts them in his load order. We probably could go to his series here and just go to like a later video, and because he's always showing his loads order, we probably could like get a look at it. Although this is the last video, so yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Stall. Because I don't really know where to put these. Although we do have a section for, I think, for character models, weapon specific, performance, animation, character overhaul. So let's put these in the character overhaul section. And let's run the game. Let's take a look and see if our characters, the skin of the characters in the character creator looks different. Because we should be able to notice a difference if it is correct. So we're going to go new. Yeah, and I think it does look different. Here, let's go to the dark elf. Oh yeah, it definitely is. It's definitely different, 100%. Yeah, it's definitely different skin texture. Now, is it better? Is the question? Is it really better? I don't know. It looks kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure this is even better. Yeah, honestly, I don't think it is. Let's let's just kill the client. I'm gonna kill the client. We're gonna basically just remove these. And we're gonna say we'll just remove the female texture. We're gonna say remove mod. And we're gonna say male. Let's just get rid of this. We're gonna remove this one too. Remove mod. And then we're gonna go to here. And here they are. Let's take a look at what it looks like without that mod. I was surprised. I mean, the skin looked good on the male, but that it didn't look good on the elf, on the dark elf. Okay, now you can see here the male looks worse. I think looks worse than it did. Let's see. Okay, so now I must have some other. See, the face looks more like I see more texture in the skin, and to me it looks better. But there's some other mod installed. This is not the vanilla. There, it could just be that. Could just be our ENB preset. I think that's what it is. I think it was the ENB preset that was changing all the lighting and everything. See? I think that was the difference. So now without this, okay, so now what we need to do is we need to see what this face looks like without the ENB preset. So let's kill the client, and we're going to reinstall the skin. Okay. Yeah, it looked bad because I had that ENB preset. I hadn't looked at a dark elf in the character creator since I installed that ENB preset, which changes the lighting and a lot of different things. So it was just a big shocker, you know. I was like, oh, this looks so different. So here we can get rid of the ENB preset. So this is what the character looks like with the Simply skin, and I think it looks better. I mean, I feel like the skin on this guy looks better than the default vanilla. And here's the dark elf. It's smoother. It like smoothed out the skin. Whether or not that's a good thing, I think I liked the dark elf with the rough textures, but I think for the other, like for the humans and stuff, I thought it looked a little better. So. Yeah, so on the Lorem, they installed a bunch of stuff that, like, the sliders were insane. There were like literally like 500 hairstyles. I'm not even joking. So anyway, so let's just finish this real quick.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin. A life filled with opportunity awaits you, traveler.
If you don't mind me saying, lady, we're working here. Go home.
Yeah, you can see her skin looks really kind of smooth.
What is this feud you have with your wife? What started this?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it, or you don't know?
I don't want to talk about it.
You are very cold. You can hear the better audio sound effects from the sound add-on we installed. Okay. You can see we've got the better grass. Okay, so that's cool. So I think one of the other things that I did install, and we'll have to go back to my other add-on list to get it. But I think this looks pretty nice. I mean, the graphically, I think it looks pretty good. I think the characters, like she looks a little odd. I'm not. She looks a little too perfect. Her skin's too smooth. Honestly, I think the skins look better with the vanilla skin. But there was a couple other add-ons I installed. One of them was enabled my character to jump while I was running. Like you could jump while crouching, while running, while you know what I mean, which I thought was really good. And then there were a few other add-ons I installed. I don't remember what they were called, but I saved them. We just would have to find them again in this list. And there were some of the ones I really like. Experience. I really like the experience add-on. That add-on gives you experience for just doing stuff like discovering, kind of like World of Warcraft. Like if you discover a new area, you get experience. If you pick like a lock, you get experience. So I really liked that add-on. Thief experience was the one for picking locks, so I liked that. Coins just adds different like various coins to the game. So like if you're in specific regions, the coins you loot from chests and stuff are kind of coins that would be found in that region, you know. So if like it's just like being in London and you stole a chest of money out of someone's house in London, you wouldn't expect to find a bunch of like rubles in the chest. You would expect to find some pounds or something, you know, like something specific to the region. Better jumping is, I think, probably the one that allows the jumping. And then we got Smooth Camp doesn't really work, so we don't want that one. So let's install the experience, Thief experience, and better jumping. I don't think any of those are going to hurt our game in any way, so we want experience. And we're just going to go by downloads. And it's this one, I'm pretty sure. And there's also another one, Thief experience. So we'll just say Thief experience, Thief experience. This one, it's just going to get experience by picking locks. And this one's fine for experience 3 point. Okay, so let's go back to experience, and we're using, it just works. We're using 3.5. 3.5. Now we've got that, we've got that, we've got that. We've got all this stuff download. Here, we've got that, download. Okay, perfect. Experience, install. Okay, AE, perfect. Aspect ratio, yep. And Thief experience, install. Just like both of these, I'm going to put these under gameplay changes and tweaks. Let's just put it there. All right, let's go back to here. And we also wanted the better jumping. And I had that under gameplay as well. And I had the experience under. Okay, so we put that in the right spot. So better jumping SE. Allows you to jump while sprinting. So this one's cool. I like this one. And we need this one, the 1.6x, I think, right? And this one, this means we've downloaded it before. Download. And what else do we have? Precision, no, more to say. Simple dual shield, weapon styles, draw, sheath animations, immersive equipment displays. That one was pretty cool. Payload interpreter. I installed a lot of stuff. A lot of these bow ones we can install. So let's just install a bunch of these, and then let's just go ahead and create a new character and actually play the game and start doing a playthrough. And then we'll figure out the combat. The other stuff we can just add as we go along. I don't think it's going to hurt our playthrough to modify the combat system or anything like that. So we're going to grab the immersive equipment displays, which I think is this one. This one, display unequipped gear, which is kind of cool. So you can actually have different weapons showing, which I think is really neat. Here, if you example, like you could actually have like you could have like a staff and a bow and a shield all displaying on your back all at the same time. I think it looks cool for like something like this where you've got like an axe and a longsword and a bow, and it's all being displayed. So I think it's kind of neat. So okay, and we want this one, 25 and newer. It looks like I downloaded both of these, but we don't want this one. We want this one. So it's for this and newer, this guy. And we're also going to need this and this. So simple tool sheet, and we're going to need this one. Oh, we don't have this left-hand sheath rotation fix. I don't even have this skeleton thing installed. So that's that XPM thingy. What else we got? Here we've got the weapon styles. I think we're good. Immersive equipment displays, open animation placer. We've got all of that. I don't know if we have this one and this one. We did the simple dual. Yeah, that's tool sheath. We got that. Placer IED conditions. I don't know if we have this one, but we can download it. None of that. All right. We can install the better jumping. I don't think that's going to cause any issues. Editions. Dual sheath, weapon styles. It was the open this one. Okay, better jumping. I'm going to put under gameplay, I think. Which I had. Better jumping. I had it under gameplay. Where's my gameplay section? And simple dual sheath. Placer. Okay, here I probably had him under animations, yeah. Dynamic. I had him under, oh, actually I had him under immersion, which is interesting. Simple dual sheath weapon styles, immersive displays. Where was immersion? Was before models and textures, before UI. Okay. Placer. And where did I put my open animation? Probably under animations. Animation replacer. I put it down here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we still need. We're still missing the something, the immersive. Did we download this? No, we didn't. So we still need to install this one. And I think this went under probably just immersion. Yeah. Do I have a section for immersion? I don't. Huh. I don't. And I didn't really like these, so we're gonna remove these. Actually, we're gonna leave the male one. We'll just remove the female. Actually, no, we'll remove both these. Mod, remove mod. Get rid of that. So now we've got our that, and what else can we screw up? What else can we screw up? Community shaders. Let's do the security overhaul. And select variations. Okay. And this just gives us regional locks, regional lock models, regional variant lock models. Okay, for different regions. I like it. Download. Also gonna want this one. And that's that. Let's do SB pressure plate, route blending. This one I liked way better. I'm just seeing what else I may want to install. creatures. Chickens and chicks. All right, and we want the sewer rats. These are just better textures for some of these things. Frogs. Sea turtles. These are all just updated models for these creatures that make them look way better. Ring necked pheasants. These look really good. Pigeons. These guys, you can see these look really nice. And we're going to install the Ancient Imperial Armor SE. This one, I liked the look of these. I thought these looked really nice. I liked the look of these armor sets, so I'm going to install this one. All right. That's going to go under weapons armor adjustments. All right, so the chickens, the pigeons, the ring-necked frogs, and these guys. Well, here, let's just, these guys are all going to go under. There should be a section for like creatures. Crafting miscellaneous weapons, specific looks. Bug fixes, UI, missions, environment, cities, towns, buildings, plants, spells, gameplay, NPCs, and files. I thought I had a section for creatures. No? I sworn I did. Let me see.
Level of details. To form Dindalod scripts. To your extracted Dindalod folder in your modding hub.
Yeah, I don't. These towns, yeah, I don't see it. We're gonna create. We're gonna create a new section. We're gonna call it. Create a new separator. We're just gonna call it creatures. We're gonna put this under. Under character overhauls, I guess. But we're going to rename this separator. We're going to call it 14.5 creatures, monsters, and animals. birds, I don't know, animals. Pressure plate. Where did I put pressure plate? Visuals and graphics. Yeah, I'm gonna need to create some new categories, I think. This is under models and text. I don't have a models and textures, do I? VCs, environment, cities, buildings, plants, missions, visuals, textures, and atmosphere. Let's put it under that. Right. All right, so what else have we got? There's a bunch of other things I've installed, but it's all revolved around mostly the combat changes, and I don't really want to install any of that right now because I don't want to break anything. There is the dynamic bow animation, which let's look that one up. So you know me, I love my bow. So dynamic bow animation. This replaces the lore-friendly bow animation. And so before it was like this, and after, hand placements looks a little bit better. And then also before, you can see the hand wasn't quite right. So just a nicer thing. We do need disable turn, and that one was pretty interesting. I actually thought this was pretty cool. Now we're gonna need, we need to go to the description. Version 2, requirements, non-requirements, behavior data injector, universal support, and open. All turn animations are completely removed. So this is what the turn animation looks like in default vanilla. Is that your character does this kind of weird shimmying with their feet. Where, here, I'll show you the difference. If I keep turning, so this is true direction 1 plus disable, which is what we're going to set up. And here's the vanilla. Your character does this weird, like, kind of things with their feet. And notice how much better it looks when you use true directional movement with disabled turn animation. Your character, as she turns, she just turns and looks. Watch. She just turns her head and looks. It's just a lot nicer than this jittering of the feet. So we're going to do the true directional movement plus disable turn animation, which means we're probably going to need version 2. And I'm pretty sure if we look at my installs, I probably have the behavior data injector in here. It's probably going to be up here. It's probably going to be in our animation. Or not. Here's true directional movement. And here, under utilities, we have behavior data injector and behavior data injector universal support. So that's what we did. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. And what is this one? This is Nemesis less patch. So contains be configured for a payload interpreter. With this, you don't need to install the Nemesis patch of payload interpreter. Oh, and there's this weird thing. Get the 1.6 supporting here. So we're going to have to go here. Duplicate. Yeah, it's not easy. It is certainly not easy setting this stuff up. And this is the universal support. Let's read this again. S key, address library for that. Oh man. Yeah, I did download this one, which is the dehated. I did download this, and then I think I downloaded this, which is universal. So see, this requires the original mod. So I think okay. So yeah. So I think we have to download this guy, and then we have to download this guy. Okay, and we need the data injector, which is that one, which we already downloaded. Okay, we've got that. So now we can just download this. And we want this one. All right. So we're going to install sewer rats. I guess we didn't install that one yet. It's going to go under our creatures. And we're going to install this one. And then the universal support. I'm going to put it, I don't know where to put this really. I'm going to put it here. I think it doesn't, I think it should go somewhere else. Let's put it under character overhaul, because it is part of changing the way the character behaves with the disabled turn animation. Although I'm trying to figure out where I put the disabled turn. I actually put it in the immersion section, which is really funny. And then we're going to put this here. Going to sort. We're going to look to see if there's any glaring issues. Nope, this has always been there. Storm lightning been there. Highly recommend that you use this. And the guy said not to use that because it doesn't work with the latest version. So I think we're good. So now we're going to try to see if we've correctly disabled the turn animation. Oh, we need to start the... Do we have true action? We're going to need to start the Pandora engine. I don't know if it's running. Okay, so notice we have correctly disabled the turn. See that? Now instead of my feet shimmying, she just turns and her head tracks as well. See, your head's tracking. So this is just nice when you're like looking around, or if you have like a bow. Here, let's see if this is dead corpse. Yeah, this dead corpse is over here, I think, for whatever reason. Oh no, they're not here.
I can take you to any port on the coast. Good day.
Oh, you hear the... Is that that's my media player. My media player. All right, so that worked. We disabled the turn animation, right?
May not look like much, but my boat can get you there faster than walking. Good morning.
Okay, so now we want to install the bow stuff. Did I do the bow? Hold on a second. Yeah, we want to install the overhaul. We're going to install this. Okay, 4K textures, yep. And then we're going to install the regional locks. And I'm going to install these under the, just like, there should be like, what is it? Weapons, armor, inventory, character overhaul, mission, environment, cities, towns, buildings, plants, gameplay, visuals, textures, and atmosphere. Honestly, I would prefer a different section, but we don't seem to have a models section. So we're going to put it under visuals, texture, and atmosphere, which is here. Okay. Now, what else do we need to install? We don't have the dodge. I'm not worried about that. We got the jumping working. We've got the tracking working. Okay, we need to install the bow stuff. So we're going to go here. Did we install the dynamic bow animation? Did we install that even? Disable the turn. Yeah, we did that. We did that. You know, I don't think we downloaded the bow. And we're going to need, we want unique bows, collection. Not sure what this one is. These are just different, making, more variety of the bows in the game. And this is unique bows collection. And this says requires main mod. Removed crafting recipes for the artifacts and slightly nerfed the unique bows. Personal preference: if you care about better balance and having the artifacts truly unique. Unique bows collection is great, but the crafted unenchanted versions were easy to craft and some were overpowered. Okay. We'll go ahead and install the Press Tracker. Says do not replace the default mod version on existing save game. This requires that. Do I have ESL? I get so it sounds like ESL is like a compression framework. If you guys have ever played Unreal Tournament, when you ever installed packages into Unreal Tournament, because there's different various ways you can install packages like UMods, which basically install like different textures or different things. It could install them compressed, and then you would install like a script language or like a tool on the server, the Unreal Tournament server, and it knew how to basically get the package, and download. It basically allowed you to download and upload the compressed files, but then when it needed them, it could uncompress them, and it basically drastically increased the speed at which files were transferring back and forth between the server and the client. I wonder if the ESL is basically the same thing. So I'm not gonna. I don't know if I want to install the. Let's see. Let's install this. We'll just do player only. Let's do neat bows. Better shaped bows of the heavens. I actually like this one. So what this one does is you can see some of the bows are just really big and bulky. See the bow on the left is the original. This one just like scales them to be more smaller, which I think looks better. And here's another example of the original bow. See how big and bulky they are? And the modified, they're just smaller. And I like it. I actually like that. I think those bulky bows are kind of silly. So, and then we also have what else? What else? What else? We're going to need dynamic collision adjustment. Dynamic. There's so much stuff that I need. Oh, there's another one here. And it's called SOPA. This one, quivers redone. Just redid some of the quivers. Makes them look really nice. So we're going to, nope. Unique bows, we're going to install this guy, install the better shaped bows. Sure, why not? Install mods, installed mods. I don't think I have ENB line. So. Dynamic bow animation. Just put this under. Where did I put these before? All right, I think that should work. We're still missing. There's still one other bow add-on we don't have. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think it's called like location damage. I just don't see it. Where is it? Floating damage. It's called something like bow location, not below, bow location damage. Okay. Location damage. This one. Okay, I don't know if I have dynamic floating damage. I think I've got this already, don't I? MCM helper, we should have that already. And floating damage. Let's find out. Okay, I guess we didn't have dynamic collision. Floating damage. All right. All right, here we go. So we are just about ready, I think, to... I still wish I would have had a better model, character model. But we're going to try to play the game without it for now, and then we'll just try to fix those issues. We'll try to add stuff to the game that makes the combat and stuff better later. Actually, let me close the client. I want to do a sort here. And see if we have any issues. Yeah, I'm still seeing the exact same thing as before, so that's good. I don't see any new issues. Okay, let's go ahead and close down a lot of these things because we just have too many things open. Okay, close that. 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 Okay. All right, let's actually create a game and play the game. Let's play some Skyrim. We got simple dual sheath found, immersive equipment display is loaded. Open the interface with backspace, open animation replacer is loaded. We're gonna load. And, oh, you know what? Can we... Okay, we gotta do something else. There's a couple of things we gotta do real quick. Gotta go to Steam. Library, and we want to go to... Come on, Steam. Whatever size load. Hello. Hello, Moto. Alright, we're going to go to Skyrim Special Edition Properties, and we're going to go to Updates, and we're going to say only update until when I launch, only wait until I launch the game. And then the other thing we want to do is we want to go to Skyrim Special Edition Properties, and we want to go to... something general. Oh, here we go. Keep game saves in Steam Cloud. No. Keep game saves. Oh, it's already set there. Okay. And we don't want the Steam overlay. Okay. Close. That was weird. We should have been able to delete the save games. That's what I was trying to do, was delete them, but I think I needed to click the game first. Oh, loading animations 219. Okay. Okay, we're going to say load. And now we can delete. 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 Load. We're going to delete all our saved games. Just to clean everything up. New. A little bit bright. And we're going to see Dark Elf. So I just figured something out like the other day when I was using the SKYRIM add-on. I figured out that you can use the A and D keys to change the slider. I was always trying to use the mouse to move the slider, which is, if you've ever tried it, it's annoying as fuck. So what you can do is once you're on a specific thing, you can just use the A and D key. Even while I'm moving the character's head around here, I can be changing the nose. I just figured that out for the first. I played this game for years, and I literally just figured that out for the first time like recently, and it's been a godsend because trying to use the mouse to move the slider was always just like a real pain in the ass. Oh God. No, hey Brooklyn, what's up, man? You want me to hit you up? Well, yeah, I still need to fix the visuals. I spent like 3 or 4 days going through the the modding of Skyrim and learning how to mod Skyrim. You can see here's my current like load or mods. I don't know, we don't have that many. We got 40, maybe 40 or 50, probably 40. You can see here, this is the default, right? I've only got one EMB preset loaded, and it looks a little bit crazy. It's too vibrant. Yeah, they are remastering Oblivion. Yeah. We could also do another thing we could do is we can go to, let's see, downloads. We could do reshade. Let's go and browse. Let's go back here. Actually, cancel. Let's go here. Browse. Here we go. Boom. Yes. Skyrim. Yes. Next. Let's do. Yeah, that's perfect. Let's go legacy. Okay, and ambient. No. Boop, 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 boop. Let's go to. Actually, we'll do though. Slip colors look really bad. Oh, I see how this works. I'm such an idiot. All right. Let's go ahead and close that down. So Brooklyn, I'll try to hit you up later or tomorrow. Yeah, I haven't gone through my little guide on how to kind of redo all the visuals yet, but we'll get there.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin. A life filled with opportunity awaits you, traveler.
Okay, time to cheat. Do I have my cheats up? Oh, here we go, here we go. We are going to do one thing that I want to do. Because I don't want to deal with inventory. It's a pain in the ass. This is one hell of a storm. Shit. We can't apparently in Skyrim you can't, or should we just can't like alt tab really easily in Skyrim? That lightning bolt started a fire. That was pretty cool. That was cool. Wow, look at the size of that moose. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm freezing. And we got crab meat. No, we can't level up, right? We gotta sleep to level up. Can I get on here? You can. Can't do anything on here though.
Looking to hire a boat?
Not really. Not yet.
Need something?
Not yet.
Got business at the stables?
I'm stealing all your plants. Oh, you know what we didn't install? Shit. One thing we did install that's actually really useful, if I can find it. Ooh, this is going to be a hard one to find. It was better third person selection. That's it. It wasn't that hard to find, was it? We have all that. J container, SC, I'm pretty sure we have that. Yeah. J container, SC, better. Where is my J container, SC? It's here. It's way up top. Ba, 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 da, da, da. Okay.
always use help picking. Honest pay for honest work. Honest pay for honest work. Until next time.
What's up, Charlie? The climbing, yeah. You like the climbing? Yep. So yeah, that's not part of default Skyrim. Also, like default Skyrim, you can't like sprint and jump. Or crouch and jump. I don't even think you can crouch and jump. I didn't install the slide yet, but we may install the slide back in the game where you can do like these little slides to like knock people over. Let's see, woodcutter's axe. The SOD server. You gonna nab coffee soon? Alright. Cool. can't remember what the add-on for the immersive display was. I thought it was, is it Shift-O? Shift-O, Shift-Enter. Does it tell you, like, when you go into... It doesn't tell you all the add-ons. Mod configuration, no. Alright, where'd that guy go? Gotta sell him some stuff.
Here for work?
I have firewood to sell.
Honest gold for honest work.
Oh, 90 gold. Hey, 90 gold's not bad. So because I have 2 weapons, it'll actually show both of them on my person. But there's a configuration for that, and I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, the visuals are messed up. I gotta go through a better guide on how to get. I don't like that it's doing like a blur, like it's like doing like a distance blur. I like the water. The water looks good, but it's doing like a Gaussian blur of objects once they get further away from me. So I'm not really a fan of that. I think we have enough.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
One thing I noticed when I installed some of these add-ons is that the audio is really low.
Citizen, let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
Someone stole your sweet roll.
Look so good. Are you feeling? Is this about the stables? My husband Gaiman handles the business. We could always use help picking. Honest pay for honest work. Good day. Rummaging around in there for?
When you're hungry, you're okay.
come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rickon. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here. You'll end up like Rocky.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
You betrayed us. You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed
Get
his
on
traitor.
with it!
Does she know now, Advar?
You're all hard.
Rogver, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig.
I wish there was like a... Let's see, I don't know if there is. Like, I need to figure out how to play the game in like windowed mode or something so I can actually go between my streaming monitor and my game monitor. Skyrim game in window full screen. Right. Go to open the special edition launcher. Go to options. I'm not sure if they mean the launcher in Steam or. Let's be lazy here. Be quiet, rah rah. Cat's meowing at me in the background. Let's see if ChatGPT knows. Game's been around a long time. On Skyrim stream, click on options, set display mode to windowed. I don't. Oh, here we go. I don't think that worked, but I don't know why the overlay is showing. I turned that shit off. Yeah, see, that ain't working. That is not working. Where was that stupid freaking Steam overlay shit? I hate that crap, man. Yeah, see, look, enable Steam overlay on game. No, I have it turned off. So I don't know why. Ooh, launch options. Launch options. How about full screen? But that's from there, which isn't really going to do us any good because we're launching it from the mod. Yeah, see, we did that already. I've never used Beth Any. Download Beth Any from Nexus Mods, extract and run Beth Any. See, click set up. Well, I have to play around with this so I can figure this out. I want to run Skyrim and obviously in full screen bordered windowed. Oh god, my brain doesn't work anymore, guys. I want to run Skyrim in windowed mode, full screen. I want to be able to move my cursor between Skyrim and to the stream so I can talk to you people and so I can manipulate other, documents and files and windows on my other monitor while I'm playing the game. Because right now, anytime I want to leave the game to like do anything, I have to like alt tab out. It's really a pain in the ass. So we'll figure that out. There's a few other things I want to do, but I need to talk to Brooklyn. Let's see, Brooklyn Foster. He wanted me to message him about helping me make the graphics look better. So maybe we'll hit him up too. Let's see. All right. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. I'm gonna get some sleep, and we'll continue playing around with this stuff. And eventually, we'll get to a point where we can play the game. And we can play the game now, but eventually, we'll get to the point where we've got the game looking a little bit better, and get my full screen windowed mode so we can alt tab. We don't have to alt tab out. We can go between the stream and the actual game itself, which is gonna make streaming a lot easier. But I'll catch you guys later. Hope you guys are having a good one. Peace out.